will take on the Junction City Brigade for the third game of the day. As we welcome you inside the broadcast booth, I'm Hunter Shumake. Thank you so much for joining us on this fine evening from Kansas. Well, one thing is for certain entering this game here today. Both teams are moving on to the knockout stage. But what's at stake here? A big one. The team that will win this ball game will get an automatic berth into the quarterfinals and will not have to play in the first round, which will be tomorrow. Big things coming your way between the Goldpanners and the Junction City Brigade. As we can take a look at our lineups brought to us by our friends at Crosslink Construction, the designated away team will be Junction City. Take a look at them. Gannon White will lead off. Chad Pantuso, and then Gabe Ioto. And then in the middle, Kyler Horseman, Peyton Fergus, Logan Myers. And on the back end for Junction City, Braden Harple, Eli Kellogg, and Ian Luce, with Mark Hoffman, the starting pitcher. For the designated home team, the Alaska Goldpanners, Owen Mealy will lead off, then Ian Armstrong and Matthew Pinall will be the starting pitcher, along with the DH, the two-way player, throwing and hitting. In the middle will be Jamie Mullen, Vinny Venbrulo, and then David Shackelford. On the back end for the Goldpanners, Christian Olea, Hunter Friedberg, and Cole Clark. The starting lineups for the Alaska Goldpanners, who are making their return to this great tournament here in Wichita, Kansas. 91st edition of the NBC. The two managers coming out to the plate, and it's still a warm evening, still quite humid as well. We saw a good number of storms earlier on in this week that had some long lightning and rain delays, and when you look at what these two teams have done so far, both are undefeated in the group stage. For Junction City, took down TPA Texas an 11-7 win, and then took down the GPS Legends 15-8. So Junction City have been playing on the runs in bunches. So Alaska will try to shut them down. We'll step aside. First pitch and national anthem coming up next.
BMA's residential cleaning service knows there's no place like home, especially when your home is cleaned by our experienced staff. From floor to ceiling, we've got you covered. Learn more at bmasclean.com. BMA's Cleaning Sports, PBS Kansas. Seriously good TV.
Mike Dean, everybody.
How about Mike Dean, the official scorekeeper for this NBC tournament? 42nd year that he's been with this tournament, and you've seen him do that a couple times throughout this week. Fantastic work, and always great to see Mike up in the booth and also down on the field playing the Star Spangled Banner. Oh, we're ready to play some baseball. Game 3, Day 6 of the 91st NBC World Series. The designated home team will be the Alaska Goldpanners, and they will take the field. Junction City will lead off with Gannon White. Both these teams undefeated in Pool D. And there was a game earlier today against TPA Texas and the GPS Legends. TPA won that game 10-9. So that means Texas will advance and the GPS Legends will be eliminated and their tournament coming to a close. The final game of the group stage will be later tonight. The Foresters will take on the Lone Star Baseball Club. But right now, it's going to be the final game of Pool D, Junction City and Alaska. So here's Matthew Pinall. We said when we were going over the lineups, the two-way player. So we're expecting him not to throw too many innings, but they're dropping to 9 to start off this ball game. In terms of pitching, second start of the summer season with the Goldpanners, third game on the bump. He's not recorded a decision, 3.85 ERA, and he has tossed 7 innings so far. The right-hander will face Gannon White, Chad Pantuso, and Gabe Ianto scheduled in this first inning. Winner will win the group, get a first-round bye. That'll be huge. We'll break it down in terms of the pitching situation for both these teams and what they've had to go through to win their first 2 games of this NBC tournament. The longer you stay in, the more arms you exhaust, the harder things get, and the more you have to rely on guys that might be on short rest. And we'll see it's going to be a critical game for both these teams. Both are advancing. Just a matter of if you're playing tomorrow, or you're straight into the quarterfinals on Thursday. We appreciate your patience. First pitch will be right around 7:08. Over an hour delay, but here we go. First pitch on the outside corner to Gannon White, off and running. Game 3, day 6 from Wichita. Gannon White this tournament has gone 5 for 10. And we were noting for Junction City how many runs they've been able to plate in just their first 2 ball games. Here comes a 1-1. Again, White, 5 for 10, leading the way and top spot in the order. He's going to take strike 2, evens the count. Junction City playing their 39th game of the season, as is the Alaska Goldpanners. Left side, here is Mullen, tough play, and it bounces out of his glove. Leadoff man is aboard. White will reach. He'll go down as an E5 on the third baseman. So 1 on, nobody out. Matthew Pinall is going to have to work around a lead-off error. It's going to bring up Chad Pantuso. And there goes the runner. It's a strike on the batter and a good throw. They got him. Olea, a laser down to second base. 1 away. A good jump from White, but the best throw you can have from your catcher. Caught stealing on Gannon White. Fantastic effort by Christian Olea, the catcher for Alaska. Ball and a strike now for Pantuso. And with White taking off on the attempted stolen base, we weren't even able to talk about the running game for the Brigade. They had attempted 187 stolen bases, now 188 on the year. Strikeout number 1 for Pinall, 2 down. Really nasty pitch from the starting right-hander. Two-way player. He'll be hitting out of the 3-hole for the Goldpanners. So with the base is clear, 2 down. Here's Gabe Ianto. Ianto this tournament gone 1 for 8. On the season for Junction City, been 289. The Junction City Brigade, the first NBC tournament appearance for this team. Contrast for Alaska, they've been here now 30 times and a 2-1 count for the number 3 batter, Ianto. To the right side and through and foul. Strike 2 on the left fielder hitting out of the 3-hole. That ball was spiked high. Drifted its way foul for strike 2. Should Yanto reach, Kyler Horseman stands on deck. Fantastic take, full count. Matthew Pinnall, just his 3rd game on the hill, has a really nice bat as well that we'll see in the bottom half of this inning. To the right side, Benverlow off 2 hops will retire the side, and Matthew Pinnall and company work around a lead-off error through a half no score. Goldpanner bats coming up next.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. My Explorer at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
My bass.
Get 0% APR financing with 0 down and 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 24 months.
Through a half inning, no score between the Brigade and the Goldpanners. Both teams entering tonight 2-0. Final game in the group stage for Pool B. It's going to be Mark Hoffman getting the start on the bump for JCB. Starting left-hander will face Owen Mealy, Ian Armstrong, the two-way player Matthew Pinnall. So far this tournament for Junction City, they used 3 arms in their opening game and 4 arms in their last game. Both these teams securing their spot already in the next round, just a matter if they're playing tomorrow. The strike will start off the AB for Owen Mealy. Mealy's had himself a very nice start to this NBC tournament. Left side, it's over to Fergens, and a long throw, one away. Mealy back to the third base dugout. And it is still 91 degrees, and even people working with the NBC and locally around here saying how hot it has been in recent weeks with all the rain, the humidity extra high to go along with high temperatures. We know the early day games and even tomorrow, the teams that have had the early docket, they have been scorched on this AstroTurf playing surface. 1-1 now for Ian Armstrong, who just like Mealy, an unbelievable start, and actually just the top 3 in this Brigade lineup have been unbelievable. Mealy was 4 for 8. He was just retired on the ground out. Armstrong has gone 5 for 10. You see 22 on deck. He has gone, remember, he's the starting pitcher. He has gone 8 for 11 at the plate. So any pitcher having to work around this top 3, you got a big task. And so far from Mark Hoffman, took care of step 1 and the ground out on Owen Mealy. Here comes a 2-2 pitch to Armstrong. Full count. A high fly ball into left. That ball is drifting towards the scoreboard and over the scoreboard. Cranked by Ian Armstrong, and a 1-0 lead for the Goldpanners. That ball was launched off the barrel of 35. That's his 5th home run of the season, clearing the scoreboard, landing in the road, and a 1-0 lead for Alaska. So with the bases clear, a run in and 1 out. First pitch missed to Matthew Pinall. And this is into right field and falls for a base hit. Pinall picks up his 9th hit of the tournament. Dream start for Alaska. After back-to-back hits, given up now by Mark Hoffman, looking to settle into this outing. The long ball, the base hit in the right. It's going to now bring up Jamie Mullen, who has a lot of pop in his bat. Strike 1. Batter has a season slugging of .614. 1 on, 1 out. Strike 2. Jamie Mullen behind in the count as Hoffman attempts to center himself after the long ball and the base hit. Left side, it's going to be tough. 2 out, on to first. They got them both. Mark Hoffman gives up a long shot to Ian Armstrong, but the ground ball to end the inning limits the damage at 1. Goldpanners on top, and we'll keep it right here for the DC Bat Race from Wichita. On the campus of Wichita State. Early 1-0 lead for the Alaska Goldpanners. And we just saw the home run from Ian Armstrong, and you've been following this tournament. Every home run, $100 donated. Kansas teachers, a running total right now, 17. So Kansas Strong Foundation with Kansas Oil and Natural Gas donated $1,700 to help out local teachers here Kansas area, and we'll see how many home runs and long balls we can collect throughout this tournament. It's going to be ending on Saturday, and the championship will be played at Equity Bank Park downtown, where AA affiliate the Twins plays. The rest of the week and through Friday we'll be right here at X Stadium. Matthew Pinall just collected a hit when he was hitting, but he's going to face the middle 3. Tyler Horseman, Fergus, and Myers will be scheduled for Junction City. They trail by 1. Horseman this term has gone 3 for 9. A couple walks to his name as well. On the season, hitting .250 for the Brigade. Quickly in the hole, no balls, 2 strikes from Matthew Pinall. And a strikeout will start the inning, 1 away. Second punch out of the day for Matthew Pinall. That's going to bring up the number 5 batter, the shortstop. Peyton Fergus. Sliced out of play on the left field line. It's a 1-0 Goldpanners lead. Peyton Fergus hitting .500 this tournament. Big back to have in the middle of this lineup. Just like Kyler Horseman falls behind 0-2. Up the middle and a great grab by Pinall. 2 down. Great reflexes from the starting pitcher. That ball was jacked hard right in front of the plate. Makes the play. And 2 down in the second. Armstrong holding things down to first base to bring up Myers. Takes ball 1. Myers, just on the season, he's gone 1 for 9. A more recent addition for the Brigade. Batting at the 6th hole today for Junction City. Bases clear, 2 out. Comes a 1-1. Left side, the third baseman is playing deep, but Pinall makes the play. What an inning for Matthew Pinall. He already has a hit. 2 great defensive plays from the starting pitcher to retire the side. They're 1.5. Goldpanners by 1.
Have you ever needed to stop or change the way you do something you love because of aches, pains, or injury? The physical therapists at Select Physical Therapy are here to get you back to work, life, and your favorite activities. Most importantly, your goals are their goals. Their movement experts will listen and develop an individualized treatment plan so you can heal. Begin care faster by requesting an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy at Select Physical Therapy.
The Taco Bell Cravings Value Menu. 10 choices, each just $3 or less. Starring the cheesy double beef burrito. Double the seasoned beef, all the cheesiness, and so much craveable flavor. Get it on the Cravings Value Menu, only at Taco Bell.
Bottom of 2. Goldpanners, 1-0 lead over the Junction City Brigade. Vinny Venberlo, David Shackelford, Christian Aleo will be coming to the plate. Get their first look at the starting lefty, Mark Hoffman. Left side, and that ball is fair down into the corner. Venberlo will dig his way to second base. He will go in standing in a lead-off double for the Alaska Goldpanners. That ball just skirted Pantuso at third. Couldn't make the play right over the bag. And just like that, the leadoff man hustled his way to second for a stand-up double. With 1 on, nobody out. Ball 1 to David Shackelford. Another man playing on this Alaska team, hailing from the state of California. When you look at the roster for Alaska, the majority of the men from the state of California, and just 1 man from the state of Alaska. That's Alex Garcia. His hometown, North Pole, Alaska. That's down and in for ball 2. Mark Hoffman doing up 2 extra base hits already today. between the two undefeated teams in this tournament and in Pool B. Hoffman has to step off, and if you're wondering, the running game for the Goldpanners, not nearly as aggressive. I don't think anyone in this tournament as aggressive as Junction City, as we mentioned. 188 attempted stolen bases in just now 39 games. For the Goldpanners, they have attempted 77 through the regular year, and they're 5 for 5 in this tournament. You have your leadoff man at second. Nobody out. Here comes a 3-1. David Shackelford. On the outside edge, full count. After Shackelford will be Christian Alea. Denver Lowe's at second. Here comes another 3-2 pitch to the center fielder. Struck him out, one away. First K of the day for Mark Hoffman. Really nice pitch from the starting lefty. 3 hits so far, and the ball that was smashed by Ian Armstrong gave the Goldpanners their lone run of the day, looking to tack on with a man at second, one away. That's foul off the bat of Alea. Five for 8 this NBC tournament. And through 2 games, one of 4 men with more than 4+ hits. Good take, 1-1. Top half of the sitting for the Brigade. From the defensive end right now, talked about how lethal their top 3 are. You have a lot of good bats sprinkled through this lineup for Alaska. Hoffman didn't miss by much. 2 balls, 1 strike for Olea. Left side. Here's Fergus. And caught between second and third is Venverlo. And they're going to run him down to get the out. Olea is aboard, but now 2 down. Venverlo trying to poach his way to third. And they caught him in the rundown. So he is retired after his leadoff double. Olea will reach on a fielder's choice, but now 2 down to bring up the number 8 batter, Hunter Friedberg. Strike 1. Even though he has only 1 AB, he does have 3 walks to his ledger in this tournament. 1 on and 2 out. Ball and a strike for the left fielder. Goldpanners back in this NBC tournament for the first time since 2019. 6-time NBC champs, also a 6-time runner-up. They've been their fair share of championship games. Big cut from Friedberg, 1-2. Hoffman looking to work around a leadoff double. Lea's at first, but the 1-2 pitch lifted into shallow right field, and that is a base hit Freeberg is aboard, and getting down all the way to third base is Christian Olea, and runners now on the corners. Able to reach for it. And the bloop single in right center field. And Freeberg is aboard. For runners on the corners, 2 down. Goldpanners look to tack on with their number 9 batter, Cole Clark. Clark's gone 0 for 6 so far in this tournament. And the Goldpanners are making Hoffman work for his 5 outs that he has recorded so far in this ball game. Strike 1. But one thing is for sure, Junction City, some high octane in their offense. Here's a 1-1. On the outside edge, strike 2. The Goldpanners in their first 2 games, very similar to the Junction City, being able to play a lot of runs. 10 runs in their first contest, 15 an 8-inning run rule in game 2. And a strikeout will end the inning. Cole Clark will go down swinging, and Hoffman does indeed work around a leadoff double. A couple of runners behind him. He picks up his second K. Alaska on top by 1.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. My Explorer fit the whole infield.
How about you two?
My bass.
Get 0% APR.
Just had another Terry Brewster award, and a goose in attendance here, cheering on the Alaska Goldpanners, I'd imagine, and some nice festive gear as well. Nice cap, and I must say, quite a nice shirt. Kind of jealous of that shirt myself. So we're on to the 3rd. Matthew Pinall remains on the bump. Starting pitcher, also hitting 3rd. He's going to face the bottom of the order. And a fly ball down the left field line, and that ball is off the wall. Braden Harple will cruise into second base. 1 pitch, and the first hit of the day for Junction City is a leadoff double. Wasting no time in this inning. Saws it off the other way. And that ball, we've seen all the balls have considerable carry. They just continue to ride this extremely hot air. Leadoff man at second. Here's Kellogg, chops it left side. Here's Mullen. 1 away, and just on 2 pitches, a double and a ground out. 1 away. at second. That was his 4th hit of this tournament. Matthew Pinall looking to keep it a 1-run game for his team. He's going to face now Ian Luce. Just out of the 9 spot. Nice tournament so far. Note the extra base hits as well. There's a fly ball to center. Shackelford is there. 2 out. Another early swing from the Brigade. Lifts that one to the center fielder. And now 2 down in the inning. Bring around the top of the order. Again in White. First pitch swinging once again in front of the plate. Olea makes the play in a very quick 3rd inning for the Alaska Goldpanners on the defensive end. First pitch swinging all the way through for the Brigade. Solid play from the catcher behind the plate. Retires the side. Through 2.5. Goldpanners by 1. Stadium in Wichita, Kansas. Alaska Goldpanners making the long trek all the way down the middle of the continental United States. We'll have the top 3 schedule. Owen Neely will lead off. You note the colleges as well for a lot of these players, as most of them are in the state of California. California schools well represented, as the inning will start off with a called strike on the outside edge. Just like for Junction City, their top 3 for the Goldpanners, extremely lethal. It's exactly what you want to do for any arm facing this lineup. In the head, 0-2 on Owen Mealy. As a ground out to short today. It'll be just after this ball game is concluded. One more game in the group stage, then on to the knockout rounds starting tomorrow. A strikeout will start the 3rd. Mealy is retired. 3rd K of the day for Hoffman. And that ain't look like fastballs for Hoffman. So 1 away. Bring up Ian Armstrong. If you're just joining us late, not just a home run into left, but a home run into left that went over the scoreboard and landed in the road, which runs parallel down the right field line here at X Stadium. He's now gone 6 for 11 in this tournament, but falls behind here, 0-2. Hoffman's had to work, but did really well in the second. Gave up a leadoff double On a ground ball, Venverlo, who had the double, was caught in a rundown between second and third. The 0-2 pitch upstairs. Fly ball down the right field line. White is trying to track after, and he will. 2 down. Big 2 outs from Mark Hoffman. Kane Mealy taking care of Armstrong. That's going to bring up the two-way player, Matthew Pinall. So far has allowed just 1 hit as a starting pitcher and the number 3 batter. Has a hit of his own and takes this one the other way. Playable for Yanto, and the side is retired. Quick work by Mark Hoffman. In Junction City, we are through 3 from Wichita. Goldpanners on top.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. My sport with the whole infield.
How about you two?
Mud bath.
Get 0% APR financing with 0 down and 0 payments for up to 90 days on select Ford vehicles. Plus, get a complimentary maintenance plan for 24 months.
Back at the 2025 NBC World Series. It is day 6, game 3. Already 4 hits for the Goldpanners as Matthew Pinall back out for his 4th inning. He's going to face 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for the Brigade. Picked up their first hit of this ball game. It was a leadoff double by Braden Hartbull. And we said early on in this game, these two teams have had some high-octane offense through their first 2 ball games. Junction City put up 11 runs in Game 1, 15 in Game 2. On the flip side for the men on the defensive end currently, 10 runs in their first game, then a 8-inning run rule putting up 15 runs over TPA Texas. So you feel like starting pitching has been pretty solid on both ends so far. But there's going to be, once we get into the bullpens, one mistake, one small slip up, and these two offenses can get going in a hurry. This inning will start off with Chad Pantuso for the Brigade, 0-1. Junction City, second team playing the NBC that hail from Junction City. The other team were the Generals in 07 and 08. The 0-2 pitch is down, 0-1. And we've seen that a couple areas around this country, even though Junction City not too far from here. Having multiple teams come around to play. Back to the hill, it's going to be Pinall. He's been busy today, 1 away. 3 groundouts already to go down 1-3. One of them to end the second was anything but routine. And the starter for the Goldpanners doing a little bit of everything. And who hails from Indiana takes ball 1. It's his second look at Matthew Pinall. First time up. Just a 4-3 ground out against Gabe Yonto. 1-1. After Yonto will be Kyler Horseman for Junction City. With both these teams locked into the knockout rounds, the team that will be also playing in the knockout stage tomorrow will be TPA Texas, who took down GPS Legends earlier today. That's on the outside edge. 2 out. Pinall paints the corner. Good work from Olea as well. Helping the cause behind the plate. 5 straight now retired by the starter for the Alaska Goldpanners. Bring up the DH. There have been only 2 men to reach base against Pinall. Gannon White, man who led off this game, reached on E5. Then a leadoff double started the third. The bottom of the inning, Mullen, Venverlo, Shackleford will be scheduled for the Panners. Nobody on, 2 down. 1-2 pitch. Struck him out. Back-to-back Ks from Matthew Pinall and a 1-2-3 fourth. Back-to-back looking Ks for the starting right-hander. We're through 3.5. Goldpanners by 1.
There's something happening in Wichita. Excitement, movement, a vibe. A city that offers amazing experiences delivered with heart. Come see the place we love. We think you'll love it too. Discover more at visitwichita.com.
Have you ever needed to stop or change the way you do something you love because of aches, pains, or injury? The physical therapists at Select Physical Therapy are here to get you back to work, life, and your favorite activities. Most importantly, your goals are their goals. Their movement experts will listen and develop an individualized treatment plan so you can heal. Begin care faster by requesting an appointment today at selectphysicaltherapy.com. Experience the power of physical therapy at Select Physical Therapy.
Goldpanners remain on top 1-0 over the Junction City Brigade. Goldpanners will have Jamie Mullen to kick off the bottom of the 4th. The only bloodshed between the 2 teams, 1-out homer by Ian Armstrong, bottom of the 1st, to give Alaska a 1-run lead. DP was a 5-4-3 to end the 1st inning. And time being called by Conan Strobel, our plate umpire, calling the balls and strikes today. And our umpiring crews, they've had a big workload throughout this tournament. Oftentimes you see some of the umpires 2 games a day, and it takes a toll on them as well. Not easy playing, just standing on this field, not even doing anything. You'll start sweating in a hurry. That's on the corner. Jamie Mullen starting off the 4th at a 1-1 count. That's fouled off to the right, out of play and into the upper deck. Well to our right, some other fans are camped out. The premium seating here, X Stadium. Now a 2-strike count for Jamie Mullen. And Hoffman has settled in nicely to his outing. 2-2. has retired 4 straight. And he strikes out the first man to start the 4th. 1 away. The 4th K for the starter for Junction City. That's going to bring up number 5 batter, Vinny Venverlo, to hit from the right side. That's the starting lefty. Venverlo, he had a leadoff double himself, which started the 2nd. He is quickly behind 0-2. After Venverlo will be Shackelford. Just a 1-run ball game. Both pitchers have settled in nicely. This is a shot into the gap in left center, and it's going to be picked up by Luce. Holding for a single is Venverlo, and a 1-out knock for the second baseman. After the Mullen strikeout, good work and good read from the center fielder, Luce as well. To track back and make sure that ball stays in front of him. Keep Venverlo to a single. 1 on, 1 out. Here's David Shackelford. Strike 1. Playing for Hope International. Smaller school that plays at the NAIA, former GSAC conference. Shackelford quickly behind 0-2. As we've said, most of the players on this roster, just 1 from Alaska, majority from California, then a couple sprinkled through the Midwest and from the southern states. Here's an 0-2, 0-1. But what an experience going up and playing to such a storied summer ball team. We even talked about how big Alaska has been, the Goldpanners here at the NBC, and just playing in games late into the night. Very cool experience for anyone going to play in that great state. Took this one low and right off the toes. He was able to fight it off. Stays alive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. In case you're wondering, Venverlo has 7 stolen bases on the year. 2-2. Harpole holds on to him at first. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. That is foul down third. And a very nice battle between the center fielder and Mark Hoffman, making him work. Check on the runner. The Goldpanners in this tournament have attempted 5 stolen bases so far, 3 of which have been successful. Comes the 2-2. Left side through for a base hit. Back-to-back knocks for the Alaska Goldpanners. And they've got 2 on, just 1 down in the 4th. Back-to-back hits into left field. This one immediately on the ground. By the way, the lead runner, Vinny Venverlo, now 2 for 2. Shackelford picks up his first hit. To bring up the catcher, Olea. Goldpanners trying to extend their lead, and strike one on the number 7 batter. If you're just joining us, Ian Armstrong. A deep ball over the left field fence is the only run of the ball game. That's at the 2-hole for Alaska. That's inside, 1-1. Goldpanners coming back to the NBC for the first time since 2019. A few things have changed in this tournament. When it was played in 2019, there was 26 teams. It was actually a 2-week affair, true 2-week affair, with an opening week and then a second week, which was considered championship week. This is flared up to center. Loose is there. 2 down, and the runners look to advance. The throw's going to third. And in safely is Venverlo, retreating back to first is Shackelford, and the runners will be on the corners. So it is a productive out for Christian Olea. A chance now for Hunter Friedberg, who just picked up his first hit of this tournament. A 1-out knock, rather 2-out hit in the second. Can he bring home the second run? In the regular season, brought home 13. Mark Hoffman trying just to keep a 1-run affair. Good pitch, but a better take. 2-0. Got him fooled. Strike one. The way the pitching has gone. What's going to be the difference in this ball game? Both teams have exploded in their first 2 games. Will this one be a low-scoring affair? As Friedberg takes ball 3. Game to decide who wins Pool D. Both teams will be moving on, but just a matter of who's playing tomorrow, who gets the day off, and straight into the quarterfinals on Thursday. Comes a 3-1. Ball 4, and the bases will be loaded. Friedberg aboard for the second time today. His 4th walk of this tournament. And Hoffman will be surrounded by Goldpanners as he will face the number 9 batter, Cole Clark. For UC Irvine, the Anteater, a big chance. Right side, it's going to be Myers. And a big ground out will end the 4th inning for Mark Hoffman. Bases will be left loaded for the Goldpanners. Still just on top by a run.
The Taco Bell Cravings Value Menu. 10 choices, each just $3 or less. Starring the cheesy double beef burrito. Double the seasoned beef, all the cheesiness, and so much craveable flavor. Get it on the Cravings Value Menu, only at Taco Bell.
More great Terry Brewster Awards being presented here at X Stadium on Tyler Field. So great to see what the NBC does for the local community. We've already seen some conjunction with the home run donations with local businesses, for Kansas teachers helping them out. We're at 17 home runs right now, but just recognizing the volunteers with the Terry Brewster Award all around the community, and great volunteers as well. We appreciate helping put on this NBC championship, the 91st edition. Goldpanners remain on top by a run. On to the 5th inning. That is strike one on Peyton Fergus. Fergus today, ground out back to the hill. It remains with Matthew Pinnall. Here's a shot in the left center field. Long run for Shackelford. It's over his head. Digging for second is Fergus. And he is in for a leadoff double. Hit hard off the barrel. And that ball just soaring well over the head of the center fielder. Second hit of the day for the Brigade. Both hits have been leadoff doubles. Peyton aboard. That's going to bring number 6 batter Logan Myers. A chance for the Brigade to tie up this ball game. Left side, it's going to be Cole Clark. One down. Keep the runner at second. Myers unable to advance to third. Matthew Pinnall remains in this game. There has been an arm up starting to stretch since the last inning. The Goldpanners, with Pinnall being extremely efficient, keeping him out on the bump. First pitch to Harple on the outside corner. Strike one. He was the first man to collect a hit with his double to lead off the third. To bring home the tying run into left field. Friedberg is there. 2 away. Matthew Pinnall working around this leadoff double. Boosting a ground out, now a fly out. 2 down. Eli Kellogg now to the plate, gets his second look at Pinnall. 0 for 1 today. First pitch down and away. Ball 1. Junction City entering this tournament has been on a tear. Official stat keeping book game changer. The last loss for Junction City was on July 7th. In terms of official games counted into the overall stats for Junction City, playing in their 39th game today. They won 11 straight, according to Game Changer. It's 1-1. Down the right field line, Mealy over. And Matthew Pinnall works around a leadoff double for the second time this ball game. Producing a ground ball, 2 fly balls. And we're through 4.5. Goldpanners still on top by a run.
At Evergy, we're focused not just on what we power, but on who we power, right here in our community. We provide payment assistance to our neighbors who need it. Invest in organizations and people, creating opportunity for all to benefit. And volunteer our time around our hometown so that together we improve it. Because we're committed to spreading good energy throughout our community. Evergy, the utility company.
BMA's residential cleaning service knows there's no place like home, especially when your home is cleaned by our experienced staff. From floor to ceiling, we've got you covered. Learn more at bmasclean.com. BMA's Cleaning supports PBS Kansas. Seriously good TV.
Nebraska Goldpanners on top by a 1-run advantage. It's going to be a solo home run by Ian Armstrong back in the first. As Mark Hoffman remains in this game, the starting pitcher for the Brigade. Both these teams playing in this NBC World Series. The Goldpanners play as an independent team. A lot of teams from the west coast of the continental United States make trips to play long series up in Alaska. And during the regular year for the Goldpanners, went 31-5. Not, say, very accustomed to winning ways this season. Storied summer ball program. Who's going to win this game and win Group D, go straight into the quarterfinals and not have to play tomorrow. If you're wondering who the loser of this game will be playing tomorrow, that is still TBD. The official bracket, depending on what happens in the next game, will be released later tonight, maybe even in the early morning. So we'll be unsure of who the loser of this game will be playing. But one thing is for sure, both teams will be moving on to the knockout stage. It's 2-0 for the leadoff man, Owen Mealy. That's at the top spot of the order and is ahead 3-0. Panners have had 6 knocks against Hoffman today, but only 1 run. And a leadoff walk will start off the inning. That is the first walk given up by either side. First base on balls starts the 5th. That is the second given up by Hoffman. There's a 2-out walk by Hunter Friedberg in the 4th. But still, for both sides, Hoffman and Pinall have had some great command. The leadoff man is aboard for Ian Armstrong. Strike 1. With 1 on, nobody out. 1-1 count for Armstrong. Since his home run, fly out into right. He's 1 for 2 today, but he's 6 for 12 in this tournament. Left side, on to second, 1 out, on to first, but it gets away, and down to second goes Armstrong. He will get down to second base with 1 down. And the attempted 6-4-3, get the 6-4 for the force out. Logan Myers, the second baseman, a wide throw. Good effort from Harple. Will get Armstrong down to second. So fielder's choice and then error to get Armstrong down to the second station. And a man in scoring position for the starting pitcher, Matthew Pinall. To Harple, he's going to backhand flip, 2 out. They make the play, but a productive out to Matthew Pinall. Down to third, Armstrong. So a 2 down. Armstrong was able to get himself to third base. That's going to bring up Jamie Mullen, the cleanup batter. It's been a 1-run lead since the first. Can they bring home run number 2? Strike 1. Goldpanners Last time they were here in 2019, but the last time that they won the NBC World Series was in 2002. That was before many of the players playing on both these rosters were even born. 6 NBC titles to their name. Trying to make it a 2-0 ball game. Man at third, 0-2 to Mullen. Ball one. Going deeper through the history books for Alaska, from 71 to 77, 7 straight championship appearances in the NBC World Series. And remember, it wasn't just 16 teams, it fluctuated drastically year to year. And a strikeout will end the inning. Mark Hoffman works around some traffic. A leadoff walk. There's an error sprinkled in there, and the Goldpanners leave a man at third base. Strikeout number 5 for Hoffman.
All right, baseball fans.
For the Alaska Goldpanners, Brett Maddock will take over in the 6th inning. Maddock from Oakdale, California. Right-hander will face 9-1 and 2, scheduled for Junction City. That last throw was away for ball 1. And quickly the batter in loose ahead 2-0 against the fresh arm. He's working with a quick tempo. Strike 1. It's one of the fastest tempos you'll see. This ball's lifted into left center. Friedberg will move over and be called off by Shackelford. 1 away.
Introducing the Big Dill Wheel. It's on the Spanish Cup.
So with 1 down, Brett Maddock now see the man at the top spot in the order again in white. But what a performance today from the starter from Alaska. Matthew Pinall will go 5 innings, give up 2 hits, no runs. He didn't walk anyone and struck out 4. That's how good the starting pitcher was. And remember, he's batting 3rd as well. And White today has gone 0 for 2. He has to adjust to this quick tempo from Brett Maddock. That's a big adjustment for any hitter. Just the tempo, you stand back in, you blink, and pitcher's throwing the ball already. To imagine the defense behind any pitcher like this, they gotta love it. But White is ahead 3-1. Left side through for a base hit. A 1-out knock for Gannon White. His first hit of the day. He reached on an error to the 3rd baseman in the opening inning. And a hit with 1 down in the 6th as Junction City tried to level this game. It's going to bring up Chad Pantuso to hit from the right side against the right-handed reliever. Again, White has been caught stealing already with a heads-up check by Brett Maddock. He's attempted 39 stolen bases on the year. 39 with men in the top 4 spots in the order have all attempted 20-plus stolen base attempts on the year. Wouldn't be surprised if he goes. Good pitch, 1-1. He was gunned down by Christian Aleo in the opening inning after he reached on the E5. Of the 39, he's been successful 32 times. That's off the bat, strike 2. For Junction City, one of 3 teams that play out of the Jayhawk Collegiate League. They finished second behind the Hutchinson Monarchs, who won that league this past year. The Monarchs, if you've been following this tournament, lost last night to the Seattle Studs. The Monarchs were 2-0 entering their final game, and the Studs, who were 1-1, took down Hutchinson. This ball's popped up. Back goes Clark. 2 out.
Ideas that proudly connects over 120 Kansas communities from Burton City in northwest Kansas and Baxter Springs in southeast Kansas. And now we're excited to bring the same path to reliable fiber internet service to Wichita. Learn more and sign up today at ideatech.com.
1 on, 2 down. This ball's popped up into shallow center field. Moving into Shackelford, and he will make the play. Quick work by Brett Maddock. He works around a 1-out single, and we're through 5.5. Goldpanners by 1.
The Taco Bell Cravings Value Menu. 10 choices, each just $3 or less. Starring the cheesy double beef burrito. Double the seasoned beef, all the cheesiness, and so much craveable flavor. Get it on the Cravings Value Menu, only at Taco Bell.
Back in X Stadium, we appreciate everyone working behind the scenes, our fantastic crew. They worked every single game around baseball around the clock. Terrific director Andrew, all of our great camera crew. Much appreciate them. To everyone behind the scenes making these terrific broadcasts possible. So we're underway in the bottom of the 6th. Vinny Venberlo will lead off with the Goldpanners, just a 1-run advantage. The team who hails from Alaska. Remaining on the bump, the lefty Hoffman. Ball and a strike to the leadoff man. It's Venberlo, Shackelford, and then Aleo. Double start off the 2nd. He had a 1-out knock in the 4th. Comes a 2-1. Nearly hits him. Ball 3. That's away, and the walk will start off the 6th inning. Venberlo reaching for the 3rd time today. That's the 2nd straight inning that Mark Hoffman gives up a leadoff walk. There's been 1 run on 6 hits. The starting lefty Some good defense has worked around 5 of those 6 hits, with one of the first hit of the day being a home run. Let's strike one on David Shackelford. With one on, nobody out. Goldpanners look to add on. In the right center field, it's well hit, but White slides over and will make the catch cleanly. 1 away. 12 retired to bring up 27. Olea coming to the plate for the 3rd time. We've talked about the running game specifically for the Brigade. But Venverlo has 7 stolen bases on the year. That's man at first base, and that's a larger total than most of the men in this lineup tonight. The other men with big stolen base counts, number 8 batter Hunter Friedberg with 12 on the year. But Venverlo has not attempted a stolen bag in this tournament. Just under 90 degrees now. The toasty AstroTurf here at X Stadium. That's in there, 1-1. Olea, who's trying to fielder's choice in the second and fly out to center. It's Mark Hoffman trying to get his team through 6. What both these starting pitchers have done, Matthew Pinnall, who went 5, is in line for the win. The Panthers just holding on to this 1-run advantage, but for the Brigade, they used 4 arms in their last game, and in their first game of this tournament, ended up using 3. A good fight between Olea and Hoffman. And especially if this result was to hold and stand in the Alaska Goldpanners win, means the Brigade's playing tomorrow. And the teams that have to play tomorrow, if they should go all the way to the championship game, they're playing 4 straight days. And at this point, for the loser of this game, it could be 5 straight. The battle continues with Olea. Be at the point of the tournament when you start to see some turnover, some second appearances out of the pen. Comes a 1-2 pitch. Down the right field line, slicing. Do it again. You see the bullpen. A couple of men starting to get up, lately tossing for the Brigade. After Olea will be Friedberg. 1 on, 1 out. 1-2 pitch. Again fouled off the right side. Olea being a thorn in the side of this man. Trying to get through 6. Another 1-2. Fouled off again. Left side and foul the other way this time. As everything sprayed off to the right side, and Venverlo worked a leadoff walk. Haynes at first. We see Venverlo eventually take off. It's another 1-2. Fought off again by Christian Olea. After the catcher will be Friedberg. Well, not surprising. The way this plate appearance has gone with 2 strikes. A lot of baseballs getting sliced off to the right side. Left side, tough play for Fergens to second and safe as the ball trickled away from Myers. And what a plate appearance from Christian Olea. Puts the ball in play. And he's going to reach base. We'll see how that's officially scored. Here comes a visit to the hill for the Goldpanners. Two on, 1 out. And it's going to remain Mark Hoffman's ball game. A big chance for Alaska. Remember, they left the bases loaded in the 4th. Hoffman was able to induce a ground out to get out of the inning. The batter will be Hunter Friedberg. One away, and at first and a man at second. The lead runner is Venberlo. Panners look to tack on. Strike 1. Friedberg squared around to bunt. That's down 1-1. On deck will be Sam Stevenson, who took over defensively in the last inning at short. Right now, 1-1 for Friedberg. Ball 2. Hoffman with that long plate appearance from Christian Olea. He reached on the fielder's choice. Comes a 2-1. Right side and foul. Just barely. Strike 2. Venberlo is down to third. Hoffman slowly approaching 100 pitches. Two on, 1 out. 2-2 pitch. All 3. Third base is open. Stevenson on deck. Payoff pitch. Struck him out. 2 down. Massive strikeout for 29. His 6th strikeout of the day. Venberlo remains at second, the lead runner. But with 2 down, remains Cole Clark. Remaining in this ballgame and at short. So a chance for the number 9 batter. A man at second and a man at first, 2 down. Into left. Yanto is sliding to his right. And the side is retired. Mark Hoffman through 6, works around a leadoff walk. 2 men will be left on base for the Goldpanners. What a ball game we have here in Wichita. We're through 6. Panthers by 1. We'll keep it here. The sumo race coming up next.
We have Cooper, we have Brayden. Are you ready? Go! And you bring our
Seventh inning from X Stadium, campus of Wichita State. Just still a 1-0 ball game. The pitching has been fantastic from both sides. The lone difference maker, Ian Armstrong, a 1-out solo shot home run in the first. With Alaska, just the 1-run edge. It's going to remain with Brett Maddock, who took over in the last inning. Matthew Pennell, the starter, in line for the win, going 5, giving up 2 hits. Horseman, Virgins, and Myers will be scheduled for Junction City.
Leading off the Brigade, designated hitter number 38, Tyler Horseman.
So here is Kyler Horseman, lead off the 7th. First tournament appearance in the NBC. The Brigade look to try to win their group and straight into the quarterfinals. The bracket will be released later today once the final game is decided. That game will be against Santa Barbara Forcers and the Lone Star Baseball Club, which will be coming up about 20-25 minutes after the final out of this ball game. But right now, a 1-2 pitch. Ball 2. Left side, hard hit, but there is Mullen. 1 away. DH. Hard chopper. Jamie Mullen. And 1 away. Brett Maddock has been doing well in his relief appearance. A 1-out knock to Gannon White in the last inning. Will now face number 5 batter who slices off the first pitch. Virgins, that leadoff double in the 5th. First 2 hits were leadoff doubles in this ball game for the Brigade. And looked like that hit the bat. Getting out of the way. It will be strike 2. Rather, it didn't hit him at all. Thought it clipped the barrel, so it's 1-1. And now strike 2 on the shortstop. Comes a strike 2 pitch. Upstairs, 2-2. Third game of the day. Now a full count. Peyton Burgess. After him will be Logan Myers. 1 away, the payoff pitch. In the left field. Friedberg is there. 2 out. Now 2 down. Brett Maddock will face Logan Myers.
Second base number 40, Logan Myers.
Myers is gone 0 for 2. 1 ground out back to the hill. 1 to short. And that's going to hit him. A hit batsman will continue the inning in the 7th. Just the second man to reach base against Maddock today. So the number 6 batter hit by a pitch. Continue the inning for Braden Harple. And even though it is still 89 degrees, depending on where you are in the park, pretty hefty wind slicing its way through the playing surface. A little more tolerable. See the American flag, massive giant American flag beyond the right field fence. In case you're wondering, the man at first base, no attempted stolen bases in his limited time with Junction City. And a favorable count now for Harple. So here comes a visit from the third base dugout for the Goldpanners. It's just going to be the battery. One of the coaches for Alaska. Goldpanners back in the tournament for the first time since 2019. We're talking about even the history of the last time the team was in this tournament. That is Goldpanners, 26 teams in that 2019 edition of the World Series. Split between 2 weeks. You have the opening week, the championship week, which things really heated up and you got more into the elimination style. But with all the years that the Goldpanners have been coming to Wichita, seen so many variations of this tournament. It started in 1935 with 32 teams. In that first edition, we saw as many as 48 in 2001. Big cut from Harple, 2-2. It's just a 1-run game, the tying run on base. With 1 on, 2 down. The 2-2 pitch from Maddock. Skips past Olea and down to second goes Myers. And the runner into scoring position to make things just a little bit more interesting for Brett Maddock. Count is now full for Braden Harple. The wild pitch advancing the runner to second. Here comes a 3-2. Stays alive. Should Harple reach, Eli Kellogg stands on deck. There have been just 3 hits today for Junction City. They're 6 2/3. On the outside corner, called strike 3. And Brett Maddock picks up his first strikeout. And the Goldpanners still on top, 1-0. And we'll keep it here for taking out to the ball game by our very own Mike Dean.
Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Pour me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if we never get back. We're rooting for the whole team. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes you out at the old ball game.
More great stuff from Mike Dean. 42nd year with this tournament. He's on play. Star Spangled Banner before this ball game. Helping out with stretch time as well. We're on to the bottom of the 7th. Top of the order will be scheduled, and there will be a new arm taking over for Junction City. The right-hander who hails from Wichita, Matthew Postier, will now take over. The right-hander will face Neely, Armstrong, and Pinnall, scheduled in the 7th, and the Panners with an attack on a couple extra runs. First pitch from Postier on the outside corner, 0-1. To the right side, Myers to his left. Nice play from the second baseman. 1 down. Not an easy play to retire Owen Mealy. Not an easy thing to do. Man who, on the season, on-base percentage of .500. We'll have to trot back to the third base dugout to bring up Ian Armstrong. The reason why the Goldpanners have a 1-run lead. Takes strike one from Postier. But the starting pitching today, fantastic from both teams. Mark Hoffman will end up going 6 innings. Just allowed 1 hit, I should say 1 run on 6 hits. Courtesy of the man at the plate who just gets plunked. He's going to reach for the 3rd time today. 1-out hit batsman for the Goldpanners.
Pitcher number 22, Matthew Pinnall.
Again, the final line for Hoffman, 6 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, which was earned. He walked 2 and struck out 6. The quality start from Hoffman. And he's currently on the hook, with his team trailing by a run. So here's Matthew Pinnall. Strike 1. And this man currently in line for the win. Went 5 innings, no runs on just 2 hits. Ended up striking out 4. Big cut, 0-2. Postier, first man out of the bullpen for the Panners after they used 3 men in relief in their victory in Game 2 against the GPS Legends, 15-8. That's away, ball 1. Both these teams have had to use their bullpens pretty extensively in their first 2 games, and how will that wear on the 2 teams moving forward the rest of this tournament? Of course, one of these teams will be playing tomorrow, and then if you make it through tomorrow, you still have to play 3 more days if you want to win it all. That's down. The runner was taking off and then ended up going back to first. That's Armstrong. He has only 1 stolen base on the year. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Full count. Pinnall's long hit came in the opening inning, a base hit in the right. Postier trying to work around a 1-out hit batsman. Here comes a 3-2. Up the middle and off the glove of Myers. Going first to third is Armstrong, and runners will be on the corners. Second knock of the day for Matthew Pinnall. Chops straight over the glove of Postier. And Armstrong, who had a nice jump, motors his way to third. And 2 on, 1 out for the cleanup batter, Jamie Mullen. One's gone 0 for 3 today, but a chance to bring home a huge second run. Here's jam, strike 1. The way this game has gone, if you're only a single out, the sac fly in play, the second run could be huge. Brett Maddock has been in this game for 2 innings. There's no one up in the bullpen for Junction City, for rather the Goldpanners. Checked his swing. Our first base umpire, Ethan McCraney, says there was no swing. First and third, 1 away. Mullen at the plate. Takes on the outside corner. Strike 2. After him will be Venverlo. That's blocked. Well done by Eli Kellogg. Save a wild pitch, and likely the run at third base, which is Ian Armstrong. Here comes the 2-2 to Mullen. Just away. Fantastic take. Full count. Second base is open. Denny Venverlo will be next. The 1-run game in the 7th. Ball 4, but that will get away, and Armstrong from third base will score the second run of the ball game. And just like that, it is 2-0 Alaska. That ball not competitive, gets past Kellogg. Ball 4, and scoring on a wild pitch is Ian Armstrong, and he has plated both runs today for the Goldpanners. So with 2 on, 1 out, it's Venverlo. Strike 1. Not the man you want to be facing with runners behind you. An extra base hit, reaching all 3 times he stood at the plate. Nearly hits him, 1-1. So for the Goldpanners, they have tacked on 1. Only a single out in the inning. How many can they push in? It's been a low-scoring affair. Look to break this game open. Big cut, strike 2.
Major attention pitching for Junction City Brigade right now, number 18, Matthew Postier.
Conversation with Postier and Kellogg. As you've been following the games today with both Junction City and Alaska 2-0. That means the 2 other teams in this group 0-2. TPA Texas took down GPS Legends 10-9. Texas will advance. GPS Legends eliminated. Both of these teams playing in this very same group. Checked his swing. Ball was at the feet of Kellogg. Check down the first base umpire again, McCraney. No swing. It's 2-2. That was close, and Kellogg couldn't find the baseball. Again, we have a 3-man umpiring crew. And with the 3-man crew, but Craney is still down the first base line, makes things a little bit harder on some of those check swings. Right now at 2-2. In the air to right. White is there. 2 out, and the runners will hold. And an unproductive out with Vinny Vinberlo retired. Big second out for the cause for Junction City. The way this game has gone with the fantastic pitching. One of the big things we talked about early on the broadcast was how strong these two offenses have been. And both wins for both teams. They have played at 10 or more runs in their first 2 ball games. It's a different story here today. That ball is fair. Nice pickup by Pantuso. Inning is over. Great read by Seven at the hot corner. Hard hit off the bat of David Shackelford, but 1 run does come in. We're through 7. Goldpanners by 2. There's a new arm in the ball game for the Alaska Goldpanners. Brett Godina, another California native, will take over. Godina pitched 2 innings in the opening game of this tournament, so we were starting to talk about the bullpen situation. You're starting to see guys now for the second time, I should say, having to throw for the second time. Not necessarily, of course, you're seeing a guy for the second time in the tournament from a batter's perspective. That's how critical this game is. You have to play tomorrow and you don't get the day off. You're just going to be expending more of your assets down in your bullpen, making your life a whole lot harder if you're trying to make a run at this championship. You'd be having to play every day all the way into Saturday. First 2 pitches missing from the reliever. 2-0 for Eli Kellogg. It is 8-9-1 schedule for Junction City. They trail by 2, top of 8. On the outside corner, 2-1. Another pinch hitter now. Plummer now hitting at the 8 spot. Big cut, 2-2. Brent Godina, 2-2 pitch. Into shallow right. Mealy moves in. 1 away. Plummer in his first plate appearance retired. The Alaska Goldpanners in a good spot and a good situation in this ball game. The Junction City Brigade No runs on 3 hits today. Left side's going to be Cole Clark. 2 quick outs for Brent Godina rather. 2 down in the 8th.
Regular number 10, Gannon White.
Godina, second man out of the pen. Brett Maddock ends up going 2 innings. 1 hit, no runs, no walks, 1 strikeout. Final line for the first reliever out of the pen. It's back to the top of the order in Gannon White. White today, he's gone 1 for 3. That's his first look at Brent Godina. In case you're wondering, the Goldpanners will have the bottom 3 scheduled the last of this 8th inning. But the reliever Godina falls behind 3-0 for Gannon White, who's gone 1 for 3 today, but entering today has gone 5 for 10 in his first 2 ball games. 3-0 pitch, strike 1. Full count. Godina fell behind 3 balls, no strikes. Gannon White, with the bases clear, 2 out. His team trails by 2. Now see the payoff pitch. Stays alive. That ball was rocketed to the midsection level to the left of the plate. Godina, another California native, and for the Big West and UC Riverside. 3-2 pitch. Called strike 3. Godina fell behind 3-0. Gets White looking. Gannon thought he had base on balls. Gets rung up. And we're going to the last of the 8th. Panners still on top by 2. Goose continuing to look over Tyler Field and the grounds of X Stadium. As it stands, the Alaska Goldpanners on top 2-0 for the Junction City Brigade. Matthew Postier remains in this ball game. He'll face the bottom 3. Strike 1 on Christian Olea. It's Olea, Friedberg, and Clark scheduled for the Panners. Both teams entering today 2-0. Both teams are moving on to the knockout stage. But who is going to have the first round bye? Who's going to have to play tomorrow? Again, in case you're wondering who they'd be playing, still be to TBD. Bracket will come out later tonight after the next game is finished. There's a fly ball to center. Ian Luce is back there. One away. With one away, Hunter Friedberg will come to the plate. And at this stage of the ball game, remember what a different game it has been for these two teams. It's been a shootout the first two games, really for both teams. The least amount of runs that Alaska has conceded is 6. For Junction City, the fewest amount of runs that they conceded in their first two games was 7. It's the Wild West in the first two games for both of these teams. They slugged their way to the top and quickly Friedberg behind 0-2. And a much different story here this evening. Strong starting pitching from both sides. Now an 0-2. Check swing, but he gets rung up. 2 out. He's going to strike out for the second time today.
Shortstop number 9, Goldpanners.
Their home plate umpire, Cannon Strobel, rung him up. 2 out. It's the first strikeout of the day for Matthew Postier. He's going to now face the number 9 batter, Cole Clark. Like we just saw for UC Irvine, Big West well represented throughout this team. The Alaska Goldpanners, Riverside, Cal Poly, UC San Diego. Changeup will miss away, 1-1. Clark has gone 0 for 3 today. With 2 out and the base is clear and a 2-run lead for Alaska. By the way, the big bats will be coming to the plate. 2, 3, and 4 for the Brigade in the 9th. Between those 3 spots, there have been 13 home runs this season. That's inside 3-1. But regardless of what happens in this plate appearance with Clark, Goldpanners did pick up a big insurance run in the 7th. Fly ball into left. It's going to be Yanto to retire the side. Matthew Postier just has to face the minimum. We're on to the 9th. 2-run lead for the Goldpanners.
Leading out for the Junction City Brigade, they're raising themselves Chad and Tuso. On
to the 9th inning. 2-run lead for the Alaska Goldpanners. It is 2, 3, and 4 scheduled for Junction City. Brent Godina remains in this ball game looking for a 6-out save. First opposition, Pantuso. Pantuso has gone 0 for 3. Gets his first look at Godina. Strike one. To the right side, it's going to be Armstrong, one away. Huge first out for Alaska. What you want to do, Brent Godina, keep the tie and run in the on-deck circle. Do not allow a man to come to the plate with one on, representing the tie and run. First step was complete, taking care of the lead first batter of this inning. And now face Gabe Yonto. Comes a 1-0 now to Yonto. On the outside corner, 1-1 after Yonto. Kyler Horseman, the DH. On the inside edge, strike two. Brent Godina worked in game one for Alaska in their 10-7 victory over the GPS Legends. Was the first man in relief. Went 2 innings. Continues to be ahead of Yonto, 1-2. And the player's gone 0 for 3 today. Try and find a way to get on base and bring the tie and run to the plate. Up the middle, right back to Godina. 2 out. And the Brigade down to their final out, the final game of the group stage. And throughout this game, you've seen a number of 1-3 ground outs. Matthew Pennell did exceptionally well, the starter. Collected ground balls back to the hill. Now with the bases clear, 2 down, it's going to be Kyler Horseman. Take strike one. Inside, ball and a strike. Jason wondering, should Horseman reach? Virgins stands on deck. To the right side and caught by Venverlo. Ball game is over. Look at this catch. And the ball game is over. Goldpanners take it 2-0. They're going to win the group. Get the first round bye tomorrow. What a different ball game that these two teams have played in contrast to the first 2 games. Let's take a look at our play of the game. It was a solo home run in the first inning with 1 away. Ian Armstrong over the scoreboard represents the winning run in this ball game. It was 1-0 all the way into the 7th. Goldpanners tacked on 1 more extra run, little extra insurance. But what a ball game and strong pitching on both ends. Matthew Pennell will pick up the save. We'll go down to Ian Armstrong, player of the game.
The game in today's game My good friend Noah Rolex said hit a home run, so I did it for him. We just came in just trying to play good baseball, that's it.
Nice. How does that feel to advance in the tournament of the NBC?
Came to win some ball games, and that's what we're doing, and hoping to keep it going.
And that's Ian, tonight's Midwest Forward Player of the Game.
Armstrong plated both runs on the scoreboard today for the Alaska Goldpanners. And they will win it 2-0 over the Junction City Brigade, who will be playing tomorrow. Who they will be playing will yet to be determined, but both teams will be moving on to the knockout stage. The Panners straight into the quarterfinals, which will be on Thursday. So thanks for sticking with us, and for all of our entire great crew behind the scenes, I am Hunter Shoemake. What a ball game. Strong pitching all the way through. Goldpanners 2, shutting out Junction City. Third game of the day, day 6, 91st NBC World Series.